Hi Libras, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tawanantoinette. Today we're doing a reading for you. It can resonate for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So with that said, let's jump in. First card we are starting with, which is my ultimate favorite card from this deck, is In the World, Not of the World. This card has come out for me personally so many times in moments where I needed to shed an old identity or grow out of an old skin. But anyway, this is not about me, this is about you. In the same breath that I was sharing how it has been for me personally, you could be feeling that same way. Like, you are outgrowing what you once were. You are outgrowing an old relationship, an old identity, an old performative thing that you took on just because you needed to be that for that moment, but you're ready to step into something new. It feels like showing yourself. When I was shuffling the deck and this card came out, I kept like singing, I'm coming out, I want the world to know. So maybe you are being more transparent. Maybe you are at a time where you're feeling like it's time to be more vulnerable. It's time to not feel like you need to be in control of everything, in control of how you're perceived, in control of the plans, in control of all that stuff. So let's jump into the tarot. We have, this is so exciting. All right, so we start the reading with the Ace of Wands, which is the first card of the reading, is always the strongest, and it's clarified by the Three of Cups. So maybe this feels like inspiration. You are inspired again by life, by an event that you're going to, by being with friends, by being surrounded at an event or celebration. It feels like whenever this is happening for you, I'm shooting this at the end of May, but this could resonate for you in June, end of June, whenever, because different people are on different timelines. But whatever is happening, it feels like you are coming together with others, or you're in this celebratory kind of mood that's like shifting your energetic grid and your energetic pattern. Like, that's making you more open to being yourself, more open to being, or more open to being a newer version of yourself, a less controlling version, a version that is not so much in control of what people think, and they acknowledge that. They're not trying to change the narrative about themselves. They're not trying to dictate how people feel about them. It feels like stepping into more authenticity, more of an authentic experience. And whether you are not doing so great right now or you are doing great right now, it's honoring that moment and where you are, and not feeling like you have to put on a show for anybody else around you or even for yourself. All right, so there's some kind of event, like I said, going on, or some kind of coming together of a group of people that's bringing you some kind of inspiration. Beside that, we have the Ace of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and this King of Cups. So there's another player here on the board. I don't feel like this King of Cups is you. So it could be somebody that you're dealing with. And it feels like this, after this person left there, it's like this person is offering something. It's like they're renewing something. They're like renewing a relationship with you. They're like renewing a bond with you. There's like an offering that they're extending out to you. Maybe they left you, they left a situation with you, they left a group with you. Maybe this is one of your friends or somebody who you collaborate or work with, but it feels like they're like coming back together with the group, and that's bringing you some kind of like happiness, or it's bringing the group some kind of happiness. Maybe it's not like a personal thing, but it's something that you benefit from being a part of this environment with someone else. But this King of Cups may have withdrawn for some reason, but it feels like they're now like they're extending their love again. They're extending their support again. They're extending their cup again. And for whatever reason, maybe this King of Cups needed to go and fill their own cup. Maybe something happened to them personally. Maybe they were having financial issues, and because of that, they couldn't be present for you, or they couldn't be present in the friend group or the family group. But it feels like this person is like coming back around, which is ultimately making things better for you by extension. And then we have the Moon card, Cancer, Pisces. We have the Hangman, another Pisces card. And we have the Three of Pentacles. So see, you're working together with this King of Cups. You're all working together in a group to get something done, it feels like. And maybe you didn't know how something was going to turn out. Maybe because this King of Cups was going through their issues, this is presenting as a masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be a masculine energy. It could be a feminine energy in their masculine that's presenting as such. Or maybe that King of Cups is you. Who knows? You may have some heavy water placements in your chart that would cause you to come up like that. But this person, whoever they are, they left the group. They left the situation. They were dealing with their own issues, and now they're kind of coming back around. So whatever uncertainty you had about them or about how this would impact the collective of you, I feel like that's being improved. I feel like they're offering their hand, their support, their resources, whatever this Ace of Cups may look like. It could be just offering their emotions, feels like emotional support to me. So yeah, you're able to feel like you're coming out of the dark, or coming out of a stuck, stale situation, like something that you may have been stuck in, or you felt stuck in for a while. Maybe you were the one taking on the brunt of the work because this King of Cups wasn't available for whatever reason. But yeah, you're coming out to this uncertainty, which is putting you in this energy of, yeah, I'm happy, I'm inspired again by life. And I love that. The advice for you, when I asked the Spirit and the angels for advice, the advice was breathe. Breathe, you can breathe again. See, I'm coming out. I knew I was getting that song for a reason. And we also have recovery. So whatever this situation was, if it was you who had to take on a heavy workload, if this was work, or if this was a family dynamic, or if this was a creative project or a friendship group, it feels like someone else is coming back in the fold, which allows you to breathe out and like release the burdens, and also allows the situation to recover and for you to go through a period of recovery. Okay, mouthful. Jumping over to the next row, we have Trust Yourself, which this card speaks for itself, having an inner guidance and a strong inner knowing and trusting that. This card comes out a lot of times when like situations around us may not, like we have no hint of things getting better, but for some reason we trust ourselves and we just hold on to that glimmer of hope, or that inner feeling of everything's gonna be okay. And you know what? It ends up okay because we trusted ourselves, instead of falling prey to people projecting their fear onto us or telling us that things aren't going to be fine. But there's a situation that you need to trust yourself in, because things really are going to be okay. My surrounding is kind of loud right now. I hope you guys aren't hearing the ice cream truck outside, but yeah. So you're trusting yourself. All right, so jumping into the tarot beneath that, we have the High Priestess. We also have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords and the Judgment. And I have to clarify a lot on this because I just wanted to be sure. You were trusting your intuition that something was going to work out. And it's something that, it may have been plans that you invested a lot in, like you invested we have 7 whole pentacles here. So you are just you've made your investments and you're just waiting for them to pay off, for something to pay off. When I asked what this was regarding, we got the Page of Swords and then we got the Judgment. So you were probably trusting your intuition on your investments regarding a child, it could be, or you learning something. This could be you going to school or something. But you're trusting your intuition on some kind of investment that you have made, and you have invested a lot into this. We have the Judgment card here, which sometimes talks about second chances and giving people second chances. So this could be something that resonates with you in this situation. Maybe you're giving someone else a second chance. Maybe you're giving someone a chance to redeem themselves. And I feel like it was stressful. It was definitely stressful. And it took a lot of patience and yeah, this is a wounded warrior. So something was going on for a while and you were wondering, when is this going to end? And you were almost at your limit, because this is the 9 of Wands. There's only one more wand until you get to the 10, and 10 is break your back energy. So yeah, you were in your head about how long something was taking, how long someone was taking. See, just very nervous energy. We also have the 9 of Swords, clarified by the 8 of Wands. You're worried because you're like, I need to take action. When is this gonna happen? What's up? And for those of you who this is not related to a child or anything, let's just say this is a creative project, right? It feels like you invested so much into something and you're like trying to make a decision. Is this worth it? Is this gonna pay off? I've already put so much in there, whether it's I put so much time, I put so much money, and I just want to know, like, is this gonna pay off to what I'm hoping that I want it to achieve? And I feel like when I clarified it for the advice, we got the situation will improve and there's something better. So the thing is, sometimes the way we want something to work out, and this is what I feel like Spirit is saying, sometimes the way we want something to work out, it doesn't necessarily work that way, but the way that we are rejigging the situation, it's gonna be even better than you thought. So turns out that some kind of situation may even turn out better than you were anticipating. Maybe you wanted it to go a particular way and it's not going that way, but it's gonna be like, it's like you're hoping for $200, you get $2,000 instead. So that's what I feel like is happening here. Additional advice for you from Spirit. We got the higher power, so definitely God, Spirit, Source, whatever you believe in has a hand in this. Treasure Island and to the sea. And this combination talks about surrendering to the flow of things, surrendering to how things are going, especially when you feel like they're out of your control, and just putting it in God's hands. And that bringing you to treasure, being whatever you were attracting, coming in to materialize in the 3D, or it could be actual treasure, physical treasure. If this is a business, this is it not going according to plan, but it giving you rewards that were way better than you were even anticipating. This could look like plans being successful. So I feel like that's great energy. And then we have Dream a Beautiful Dream, which is a great card to have. I love the sequence on this card. And this card is very Libran for me. It talks about having a particular image that you want something to look like, or you have a dream, a picture of what you think is ideal, and maybe you are inclined to looking for the ideal situation, the ideal images in situations. So the ideal person, the ideal family situation, the ideal spouse, the ideal parent, whatever it is. And below that, we have the 2 of Wands, lots of wands. Two of Wands, the 10 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. So you having to make a decision that ends up being successful. You having to make some kind of decision that ends up being successful if you just submit to the moment not being what you dreamed it would be. So you had a particular dream of how it would be, and if you could just submit and surrender to what is actually happening versus what you dreamed or imagined would happen, I feel like there's a lot that you could learn from that. I'm sorry, I'm so thirsty in my throat. Yeah. So the situation is turning out probably very different than you dreamed or hoped it would be, but that doesn't mean that it's not turning out well. So maybe you have to pivot. Maybe you have to make some decisions that may make you a little bit uncomfortable, or you had to make some decisions that may make you a little bit uncomfortable. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of wands to carry. You may feel a little bit burdened. But I feel like ultimately something is successful. Beside that, we have the Temperance, the Lovers, and the King of Pentacles. So this feels like you're doing something with someone else, because it doesn't feel like your efforts are solely dependent on you in this reading. And you've had to be, or you are having to be patient, very realistic, and like waiting for something to balance out, maybe with somebody else that's a partner of yours. Maybe this is romantic, or maybe this is just a business partner of yours, because we have the King of Pentacles as well. This doesn't really feel like it's going to be romantic for everybody. This feels more stability focused, like you have something to do with a person and you've had to like wait on them. And in that moment of you waiting on them, maybe you've had to carry a lot on your own. But I ultimately feel like it's given you strength, and it's nothing that you haven't been able to handle, because this is you, Libras, being very decisive, very factual, very clear, and very objective. I feel like you've definitely had to do a lot on your own here, but I feel like something wasn't happening at the advice was not the right time, and also deep knowing. So I feel like you've been very aware that maybe you've had to carry a lot on your own because, for example, your spouse got laid off and somebody had to deal with the household, the kids, the family, whatever. And you know that the situation is off balance right now and you have to carry a lot of the responsibilities, but it's what you have to do. Like, what are you going to do? You know, somebody has to do it, at least until the situation evens out. So that's just an example, but I feel like there's someone that you were relying on or are relying on to do something with, and you've just had to be very aware that it's not the right time for them, or maybe it's not the right time to do something with them. But it feels like ultimately things are successful regardless. Things are successful. It feels like things are successful, and maybe you're a success all on your own because somebody isn't able to honor their obligations right now, and you kind of understand that, but that doesn't mean that things are going to fall apart just because this person can't help you. I feel like you are very capable of doing something, handling something, and it being a success, and people recognizing, like, Libra, you know, you really handled that at that point. I'm giving you your props for that. So if you believe, if you can get outside of this dream that you've idealized and hoped around a situation and how it will turn out, if you can actually just lean into what is happening in the moment and learn from what is happening in the moment and just accept what is happening in the moment, I feel like that has immense value for you. Perspective. So Libras, I'm going to leave you here. I really hope that reading was helpful, and I would love to hear from you guys in the comments if you resonate with any part of this. And as always, thank you for watching.